Hi guys, myself Shankar. We are discussing about association mappings in Hibernate and Spring Boot JPA. This is second video. This video and later few videos I will discuss about JPA annotations. Before starting the coding, we need to understand few of JPA annotations. In this video, I will discuss only at entity, at table, at ID, draw via truncate. These. So copy these. I am also providing notes in one Git repo. This Git repo link I will provide in description. For notes you can go through, edit. So coming to open IDE. Previous video I created this project. So I will create now package entity. Entity class is recommended to place in entity package. I will create student entity class student at entity. Previous versions in this place of Jakarta, it is there in like Java X. Later versions like previous versions is there Java X. New versions are there in Jakarta E. Like Jakarta is there. So coming to entity. Entity will maps database table. This annotation will maps database table. Let's run this. It will create table or not. Let's check it will create table or not. Spring Boot app. So we are getting the error. So it is not creating table. Let's check what will happen. Yes, here every entity class must declare either inherit at least one ID or embedded ID. So that means we need one primary key for each table. Okay, private long ID. We need one primary key at ID. Jakarta. This is the latest package name. If you are using latest dependencies, you will get this, else you will get javax dot. Let's check now. It will create table or not. Run your Spring Boot app. Yeah, table is created. Create table student. Table is successfully created. For displaying this table in Conjure, we are added two properties. Let's application of properties. This is for the displaying table. This is for the format. Like format is nothing but each column is displaying in one row. So this is the format. Let's so I want to change the entity name, entity class name. So we can change like entity control space name, entity name. We can give entity name by using like double quotation student underscore table. We can create the we can change the entity class name. So suppose by default every class name is as a database table name. If we don't want class name as a table name, we can use our choice name for table name by using entity name is there. We can pass the name. Entity is mapped with database table. You can note point here. Entity. Entity annotation is mapped with database table. Database table. If our choice name for table, then add entity annotation one attribute called name. You can mention our choice table name. Our choice table name. Entity annotation is mapped with database table. If our choice name for table a table, then use entity annotation attribute. So Yeah. Entity annotation is mapped with database table. If our choice name for a table, then use entity annotation. Annotation in that annotation one called attribute attribute called name. You can mention our choice table name. Our choice table name. Here entity annotation. We have one attribute called name. We can mention our choice table name. So run this project. Run as Spring Boot app. Let's say it is creating table or not, and it is changing table name to our choice table name. Our choice table name. Yes, it is created table name and it is changed our choice table name. Yes, it is created table and it is changed our choice table name. Let's stop the server. Then we have a doubt. Then why table annotation? Why table annotation? Let's check. We can change table name by using entity class on attribute is the name. By using we can change the table name. Then why table annotation? Let's check what the attributes. Here name attribute is there, but extra attributes are also there. Here we can mention the schema, everything like different some more attributes are there. Let's check. We are creating table by using like we are changing table name by using at a table annotation and at entity annotation. Which one is picked up? Student underscore table 1. Here I will give table 2. Which one it will pick it up? Right click, run as Spring Boot app. Yeah, table created, it will pick it up. Student table 1. Student table 1. Let's go to entity student table 1. If we will configure at the table annotation at entity annotation, we are trying to change our table name as our choice name. Then if you are configuring both two name attributes in entity annotation and table annotation, then it is picking up table annotation. So we are going to console. In console, yeah, Ikari data source, it is by default picking up Ikari data source or Ikari connection pool. This is remember this point. Which data source by default picking up string data JPA. They will have then Ikari data source or Ikari connection pool. So we can able to change table name by using entity annotation. So it is not required at table annotation. By using at table annotation, what we can do? Uh, we can change table name. Yeah, we can change table name. We can mention schema. We can also here mention schema. Some more attributes also there. We can use here like catalog, indexes, table name, schema, unique constants. Different attributes are there. For now, table annotation is not required for us. Like entity annotation itself one attribute is the name. So by using that name attribute, we are changing the table name. So it is done. Then let's check. I will use two ID annotations. What will happen? Change the field name 1. Control S. Before you can delete the tables. 3 tables are there. Drop table, drop table, drop table. So you can run a Spring Boot application. Let's say I am using two ID fields. I will get error or not. Let's check what will happen. So let's check. Yes, it is created table. Oh my god. Like we are learn about it is we have a lot of attributes are the ID. ID is nothing but that ID is nothing but a primary key. Primary key, right? At ID nothing but yeah. At ID nothing but primary key. So let's check this. Yeah, not null. nulls are not allowed. So by using primary key to avoid, by using primary key to avoid duplicates and nulls. We know like duplicates and nulls are avoiding by using primary key, and we know like a table should should contain should contain only one primary key. Only one. A table should contain only one primary key. In our case, we are using two at ID annotations. So it is two primary keys. Let's check in MySQL command line. It is it is creating two primary keys or not. Root so databases. So databases use CDC, CDB, CLS. Okay. Create table student 1 to SID in primary key, comma, SID1 int primary key. So SID int primary key, SID1 int primary key, and multiple primary key defined. But in our entity student class, it is allowed, but it is not allowed. It is we are getting the error multiple primary key defined. What is the wrong? Let's check the console query generated. Create table student table 2 ID1 ID primary key ID comma ID1. That means this is not primary key. This is composite primary key. If you are using like node point, if you are using at ID annotation 2 times, then it will create composite primary key. It will create composite primary key. It will create, this means it means composite primary key, not primary key. It means composite primary key. Let's check in command from the, so demo this one. Let's go to use SID comma SID1 two brackets enter SID1. So we are missing semicolon. Yes, colon is required. Yeah, spelling wrong. SID. Yeah, create table student successfully. Table is created. So that means if you are using two at ID annotations, if you are using two at ID annotations in entity class, it will create composite primary key, right? Composite primary key we can create by using two columns in entity table. So in add here another composite primary key. Composite primary key. Here another point. Primary key. Primary key is nothing but every table only one primary key. If you are using at ID annotation multiple times in our entity class, then it will create composite primary key. Composite primary key we can create by using multiple columns of a table. Primary key we can create single column of a table. Okay, so we can able to learn it. At entity is mapping our entity class with database table. At a table, by using at a table we can change our table name, or we can mention the schema. Some another attributes are there. We will discuss later. By using at entity, we can also change the table name. If we are configure both at entity and at a table annotation, then it will prepare the at table annotation to change our choice table name. At ID, it is a primary key. Every table must transfer one primary key. So these are the completed. Next, I will remove one ID. Next, create private string name. Private string name. So stop the server. Delete the table. Drop table. Next, going to Yeah. Run as Spring Boot app. Save. Yeah. Table is created. We have successfully understand at entry, at table, at ID, primary key and composite primary key. Drop via truncate. Let's go to our table. See here. This right click. Here drop table is there. Truncate table is there. Truncate table. So truncate table. Or still table is there. That means truncate it will delete the all rows in a table. Let's drop. Drop it will delete the entire structure and all tables as well. Removed. So let's go to here. Post entity. Entity annotation is mapping with a database table. It will map so. Okay. Entity annotation it will maps with database table. It has one attribute name. By using this attribute, we can change table name to our choice name. At table we can change table name. By using at table also we can change table name, comma we can mention the schema. Extra attributes are also there. At id is nothing but primary key. A table should contain only one primary key. By using primary key to avoid duplicates and nulls. By using primary key, we can avoid duplicates and nulls. Every entity class must include one primary key. So remove this. At ID is called primary key. Every table must include one primary key. Must include one primary key. Okay. Next, if we are using multiple at ID annotations in our entity class, then it will be composite primary key. Then it will be composite primary key annotations. Then it will be composite primary key. You can change here. What is composite primary key? Composite primary key. Composite primary key. We can make by using multiple columns of a table. So drop yes truncate. Let's discuss about truncate. It will delete all rows from a table. Truncate it will delete all rows from a table. Drop it will delete all rows and it will delete table structure also. It will delete table structure also. We have successfully understand about what is at entity, what is at table, what is at ID, difference between drop yes truncate, what is primary key, what is composite primary key. Thank you for watching. Next video I will some more JPA annotations discuss.